Okay, this is just a quick little eBay unboxing of my new-to-me Atari ST. So, I don't know why anyone would care to watch an eBay unboxing. This is not like a brand new unbox type thing. But we're gonna do it anyways. Just give it a shot here. You know, there might be some geeks out there, we're all geeks about something, who are interested in this. So I'm gonna use my guitar house key here, because I don't know where... Actually, there's probably scissors behind me, but you know what, whatever. Yeah. Let's see. Also, this is my first video in 60 FPS. I'm gonna have to hop over to the radio console in a second. I am at work right now. Press play on some delightful commercials. But first, I just want to get this started. Hold on a second. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. Might need to blur some of the addresses here. Actually, I'll do that in post. So this box has Fragile. I don't know if you can see it. Fragile written there. Fragile written there. Fragile. Just Fragile written everywhere. We'll see how much the post office actually paid attention to that. So let's open this Fragile box. Alright, you got the air packing, you know, that's good. Let's see. I don't know how much of my face you can see in this. Ooh. Ooh. Interesting story about the Atari ST, for me personally, is only after I ordered it, only, you know, maybe a day ago before it arrived, did I realize that I've used an Atari ST before when I went to recording engineering school, audio engineering school. We used it because DigiDesign made I think it was Sound Designer. There's also Cubase and other industry standard programs now that we still use today. Like DigiDesign turned into Avid. Avid makes Pro Tools, but before Pro Tools, before all of that, they wrote a program for the Atari ST because of the MIDI outputs. And we'll get to those MIDI outputs in a second. I'm sorry, I'm watching the console over there. I might have to pause this for a second. Oh man, that's nice. Keyboard feels nice, but I'll get it out. Hold on. And I'm back. So we got the mouse here. It's very nice. Maybe I can zoom in on the mouse a little bit. This is only 1080p, so we'll see. I gotta cut my friggin' fingernails. Sorry if that triggers any nail biters out there. See if we can get the serial number here. I've also got the camera just in autofocus mode. Let's look at the ball. The ball looks... I'm gonna give all this a good cleaning, but yeah, the ball's there. I'm glad it all exists. It says Liz on here. Atari Liz. So I guess this Atari's ST's name is officially Liz. So let's get Liz out of the box. The buttons feel nice and clicky. Let's put this off to the back here a little bit. Pull out the ST itself. Let me get the box out of here. I'm gonna put the ST behind me just for a second. Technically, actually, it's an STfm, but I'm just gonna look in the box and see if there's anything more. Like maybe he included a power cable. I doubt it. No. There's nothing left in here. No power cable, but I don't mind. The power cable is ubiquitous. We'll go over that in a second. I'm making this kind of short because the timer on the video is a little short. That was just the foam, or the packing plastic. That was not my ankle breaking. So this is an Atari STfm, which means it has the frequency modulator on the back, so you can hook it up to a normal TV. I'll see if I can zoom in on it a little bit there. The Atari STfm also has the floppy drive and the power supply built in. That's what I was saying. The power supply is just a ubiquitous cable there, so I shouldn't need much. There's nothing proprietary as far as the power supply goes. The power switch is in the off position. Let's go press the buttons back here a little bit. Reset, on, off. Monitor output. Here's the television output. I can choose the channel. I imagine it's channel 1 or 2 or 3 and 4. I don't know exactly which. But it's there. Floppy disk drive if I want to hook up another floppy disk drive. Here's the hard disk port, the printer port, and the modem port. That's what we got on the back here. I'll zoom in a little bit on these so you can see. Okay. And the floppy drive, I have a floppy disk in my backpack. I'll get that out. More importantly, why we use this in my sound school, recording engineer school, and why the Atari ST was so prolific in the recording industry was these two ports, the MIDI in and out ports. Here's also a cartridge port that was rarely used, as I understand it, for the ST. The MIDI ports. You can still find Atari STs sometimes in modern recording studios, but hold on. But back in the day, sorry, I'm multitasking at work here. Back in the day, the reason why the MIDI was so important is this: A, it was included all in one in this computer. It just came with the computer. But two, most importantly, that the way they engineered the ST, the way they designed it, these MIDI ports had very, 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 very low latency. They were almost instantaneous. And when you're syncing a lot of machines together in the recording studio, like tape machines and computers and different things, the timing on the MIDI, because MIDI can actually send out time code itself, it was very, very tight. So the MIDI, or the Atari ST, found its way into many recording studios, and it was kind of an unintended side effect of the machine. Atari didn't necessarily design it for recording studios. So that's a little history there. Let's look at the front here. I'm going to hold it up so we can kind of zoom in on the board. There's a little yellowing. I'm not sure if I'm going to retro bright it or not. Don't know how much I care. We'll see. But yeah, there's the Atari ST eBay unboxing. I'm definitely going to do more intricate videos with this in the future, but I just wanted to kind of share my joy with you. I'm so stoked about this. I'm so stoked. Oh, people say the keyboard doesn't really feel that good. It's not bad. It's a little mushy, but overall it's great. Awesome. I'm so stoked. Well, thanks for joining me here. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what your geek thing is. Do you like old computers like I do? Let's talk about it. Whatever your geek thing is, airplanes, cars, I don't know. Subscribe to Geek Therapy Radio and subscribe to the Geek Therapy Radio podcast. It's Geek Therapy Radio with Johnny Hamburger. And that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out. I'm going to go cut my fingernails now.